Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I am Selena, and in today's video, we will be diving into the exciting world of machine learning with 10 beginner level projects. We will explore projects around two categories, that is supervised and unsupervised learning, and we will also discuss the kind of algorithms that are used in each project. So whether you are just getting started or looking to expand your ML skills, there is something here for you. So let's jump in. Starting with supervised learning. Supervised learning is a branch of machine learning that deals with structured and labeled data, and there are mainly several algorithms that are used in it. These algorithms are linear regression, logistic regression, decision trees, random forest, support vector machine, k-nearest neighbors, and gradient boosting. Let us now discuss the best projects to understand each of these algorithms. Number 1. House price prediction. In this project, you will be using linear regression to predict house prices. In linear regression, it models the relationship between the dependent continuous variable and one or more independent variables. Here, the independent variables are the size, location, and number of rooms in the house, and the dependent variable is the house price that we need to predict. The goal is to fit a linear equation in the observed data in such a way that the sum of the square differences of the predicted values and the observed values is minimal. On number 2, we have Titanic passenger survival. In this project, you will use logistic regression to predict whether the passengers on the Titanic will survive or not. Logistic regression is used for projects where there are only two outcomes. Over here, survived or not survived. The goal is to predict the likelihood of a person's survival during the Titanic using characteristics such as the person's gender, the ticket class, etc. On number 3, we have iris flower classification. In this project, you will use decision trees to sort iris flowers into one of the three categories, that is setosa, virginica, and versicolor. Decision trees are used to classify data in machine learning. They work by dividing the data into smaller groups based on features like the sepal length, width, petal length, width, etc. and then create a model that looks like a tree with its branches as the decisions. On number 4, we have breast cancer detection. In this project, you will use random forest to predict whether the breast cancer tumors are non-cancerous, that is benign, or cancerous, that is malignant. Random forest combines multiple decision trees to make more accurate predictions. In this case, it creates multiple decision trees and takes the majority vote from these trees to predict whether the tumor is cancerous or non-cancerous. On number 5, we have handwritten digit recognition. In this project, we will use support vector machines to identify handwritten digits. This is a classification algorithm. Support vector machines work by finding the best way to separate different groups of data with a clear boundary. By training the SVMs with examples of the handwritten digit dataset, it learns to classify the new handwritten digit based on the patterns that it has recognized from the training data. On number 6, we have wine quality prediction. In this project, we will be using k-nearest neighbors to identify the quality of a wine based on its characteristics like sweetness, alcohol content, and bitterness. KNN works by comparing a new wine with the ratings of the previous wines that are known. It then estimates the quality of the new wine based on how similar it is to the other wines. This method helps us predict whether a wine might be rated highly or not based on its characteristics. On number 7, we have medical expense prediction. In this project, we are using gradient boosting, a powerful machine learning technique to predict how much a person's medical bills might be. This algorithm learns from people's medical histories like age, health conditions, and lifestyles to make predictions. This algorithm is called gradient boosting because it improves its accuracy by learning from its mistakes and hence makes better predictions. Let us now move on to unsupervised learning, where we make use of unstructured and unlabeled data. The three key main algorithms used here are clustering, association rule learning, and dimensionality reduction. First up, we have customer segmentation. In this project, we are using K-means clustering to group customers into different categories based on how they shop. K-means is a method that finds similar groups of customers based on things like how often do they shop, how much money do they spend, and on what do they spend. Based on these segments, businesses can better understand their customers' requirements and give them the required services. Next, we have Market Basket. By looking at sales data, this method tries to identify which products are being bought at the same time. For example, it might reveal that customers who buy bread often buy butter also with it. Businesses often use these insights to arrange items in stores or suggest items online, increasing the customer satisfaction as well as the sales. Lastly, we have image compression using principal component analysis. In this project, we are using PCA to make images use lesser space on computers without losing important details. PCA helps by finding the patterns in the colors and shapes of the pixels in an image. By keeping the most important patterns and eliminating the less important ones, PCA reduces the size of an image. This is used for storing or transmitting images successfully without compromising on the quality of the image. That is all for today's video. I hope you found this video very helpful. And to ensure that there is no break in your learning process, I have put the links of the datasets used in these projects in the description box below. So do check it out. If you want me to make any video on topics related to AI, ML or data science, then please drop it in the comment section below and I will be happy to make a video on that. Till then, thank you for watching and see you again in the next video. Bye!